here at Proficiency Bonus as we continue along our path to the Tomb of Annihilation. Before we jump headfirst into tonight's episode, a couple of quick shout-outs to people. I want to give a big thank you to Team MZ for the support they give to small streamers. If you're small like us or you have any interest in them, check them out on Twitter at Team MZ, 4Ms. To two other friends of the show, we have Many-Sided Dice. They have a great magical item compendium for 5th edition called The Lost Artifacts of Greygast. And Nightshade Creations, maker of all manner of little D&D type accessories for your tabletop games. You can check them out. Both of their information is on the page down beneath our chat here on Twitch. And a reminder to people, we have a special one-shot coming up on May 4th, run by Friday Night's Callista, Christy Mysticwater, taking her first shot in the DM's chair here at Proficiency Bonus and streaming it live. So during that episode, it is going to be a special one. It is the Friday Night DM Michael is finally giving away that Nightshade Creations dish of shame he's got. So make sure, stop by, check it out if you're in the neighborhood. That giveaway, I think he said, is going to be happening during the break at that special episode. With that, as you can see on the screen, most of our cast is here. Where Dave is going to be running a little behind this evening, so should be here hopefully not too long from now. And as we jump back into last time, our party has been moving ever northward from Firefinger in their quest to return to Port Nyanzaru. They had a interesting run-in with a T-Rex last time that, luckily for them, was currently involved in a battle with a Stegosaurus. Through a couple of checks, the team decided it would seem like it would be safe to go into battle and try to aid the Stegosaurus, and actually worked out pretty well for them. They sent the Stegosaurus on their way heading west, and they continued along their path. And forgive me, guys, I cannot remember. Who did we give the Nat 22 for this week?
Devaney.
Devaney? Okay.
No, I didn't
I think.
get it.
You didn't?
Oh, no,
I got it.
Oh, no,
Did I
because you
get
had
it?
it
I
last.
spent it at the end of last.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I didn't.
Lennon. Didn't Lennon get it?
I might have gotten it. I forgot.
And unfortunately, my son was messing around with my book, so I don't have that page. So, actually, did we do 2? I think we might have done 2, Solana and Quan, now that I'm thinking about it.
That sounds familiar.
Okay.
Let me think here. I'm just trying to...
Wait.
Yeah, I'm going to say I'm pretty sure we gave out 2 because we couldn't figure. So we'll say both of them... you two get the D20 and everyone else had a DM's inspiration because...
Hooray!
Top of mind right now. As okay, yeah, I put a note on there. Oh wait, that's right. We checked for the weather.
No, I don't think I have the D20 though. I would have written it down. So
I think we were deciding between you two, and then I think Twitch chat chimed in and said Quen got it.
yeah. Sounds familiar.
I think that's what happened.
Okay, well, we'll run with that. And Digitio, I know you're out there somewhere. If you remember last week, chime in and let us know which if Devaney is correct and final vote had been from you to sway it to Quen, which is now more I say that is sounding more and more familiar. But we have Devaney had just made her survival check to use the Nat 20 for you guys's. As you guys had sort of come to consciousness for the day's travel.
Yeah. Our survival check.
And right, for your navigation, sorry, that's what I'm looking for. And you guys had actually, the weather has been getting worse as the morning comes around. Oh, and welcome. Okay, so quick shout. Hey, thank you very much for stopping by, Cosmonaut and Digitio, Prof Bonus. Well, Prof Bonus is always here, but thank you guys for swinging by this afternoon. We are heading back to Port Nyanzaru, and actually we got Digitio said his vote for Quen arrived too late, so we had already awarded it to the two of them.
Oh.
So it looks like it's Solana and Quen both with that today. So thank you very
Hooray!
much,
See?
Digitio, for the reminder. And
Yes.
so you guys are, as you guys have come to consciousness, Devanese get you all set up. This weather, though, is just absolutely abhorrent. It is torrential downpours. The winds are picking up. The rain is almost blowing sideways at this point in the morning. You guys have managed to get your stuff situated, but even Azaka looks at the group as you guys are all sort of picking up camp and just says, "Oh, there's no way we can use the canoes in this. We're going to have to walk."
Bummer.
Do you insist that we walk, or should we wait out the storm?
It's, you can wait it out if you'd like, but there's no guarantee how long the storm will remain.
How far away do you think we're from Port Nyanzaru?
Let's have her make a survival check and see if she has any idea. Okay.
No.
He goes, there's, Solana and Devney seem to have been guiding us. They'd probably be better suited to ask than me. I know Firefinger's about 5 or 6 days travel away, to my knowledge, and we've been traveling for 3 or 4, so maybe 2 to 3 days.
Well, if we do continue on, I think we should go at a modest pace. I don't want us to get too tired in this storm.
I am merely following along. It is. I suppose the choice is your navigators this today, and she sort of flails a hand over in Devonay's general direction.
Well, what does everyone else say?
I say that is a good idea. That we don't want to get too strenuous, right? Strenuous.
That we move slow?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
how poor is the visibility here? Is it like
Yeah.
the time before when Gizzard was on point and managed to eat that? Oh, was it a gnome and a spider web?
Oh yeah, that was good.
Oof.
And it was really, really bad visibility.
It's similar type of a similar type of weather. It's not so much that the visibility is horrible. Gizzard had things going on with the gnome corpses. He was hungry, if I remember, but it's the best way to describe it is think of it being on for real world mechanics. Think of it like being on the outside, the very outside of a hurricane,
Mm,
Oh.
where it's the winds are
really bad.
Yeah, it's
That's really bad. We should stay and not move.
the winds are blowing the rain almost sideways. It's not as violent as a hurricane, but it's that sort of, just the constant pounding of the wind and the rain on you.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't move.
I doubt our tents are going to stay down in this sort of wind. I'm
Okay,
for
maybe-
moving ahead, but we'll take it slow, and I'm going to take out my rope and sort of connect everybody together,
Oh,
Um,
okay.
just so we don't get separated or,
Blown away.
blown away. And
Okay.
then suggest
Alright.
putting some sort of tarp over the canoe with our stuff on it, and then everybody can hoist it.
That sounds like a good idea.
Yes.
Doesn't take you long. It's simple enough to get ropes to sort of string you guys together. Sort of like what's it called? Like the baby chain that they use in elementary schools.
Yeah, sort
Um,
of, but using waists so that they don't, so they have their hands free.
Okay. Not like a chain gang.
Do me a favor, Devonay. Go ahead and roll a d20.
Oh no.
Oh, not bad. Okay, so as you guys are setting out on your path for the day, let's see. What would the so we've got Devonay at the point.
Yes.
What would the rest of the marching order look like?
Quinn would be in the middle because he's probably the smallest.
That makes sense. I'll go. I'm pretty tall than wood. Oh, maybe I'm tall. I don't really know.
They can be pretty tall. Yeah.
Okay, I'll go like last.
Oh, okay.
Oh well, Dragonbeak can go last, so I'll be like before him.
Okay, so Solana, Quinn's in the middle. We'll put Okay, so we basically have two spots over. We have Azaka and Melik, so we can put Melik up front by like Quinn and Devaney, or we can put her in and put Melik near the back, or
Put Melik near the back so I don't have to be near Izaka. I don't like
Oh, okay.
this.
sure.
There's some kind of a beef against Izaka. I don't really know why.
Maybe someday you'll find out.
I don't know.
So is
Is that
guys-
a threat or a promise?
yes.
Oh no.
Okay, so as you guys are making your way back north, I need all of you to go ahead and make a let's see here. Make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Great. I love those.
So I gotta grab you two. Okay. Devin, hey, what a roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. Or have throat
16.
leeches or something. It's gonna be bad. It's raining throat leeches, isn't it?
Okay, Zaka's 10. Okay, and give me a second. I gotta run one for Melik because I forgot Dave's not here yet. Okay. Constitution save. Okay. Good to know. So you guys are moving right along. As okay, so as Devaney is now you've got your marcher on. Devaney's taken point. What would the rest of you be doing beyond just carrying the canoe, or is that just eyes glued to the front?
I'd be looking around at stuff. Making sure I don't slip and fall.
Yeah,
Primarily.
Quinn is really, really enchanted with the storm, and every time like there's like a strong gust of wind or like lightning, or like flash of lightning, he's like, "Wow, look at that! Oh, did you see that one? Oh my god!"
Okay, so as you guys travel through the morning, you don't seem to have any. Well, I won't say you don't have any problems, but you don't see anything out of place. And as gets to be shortly after lunchtime, again you start hearing approaching slowly large footsteps.
Okay, I'm gonna. One beast, two beasts, big ones.
Go ahead and I'll say make a survival check. Okay. With that, it's definitely only one beast. It is moving very slow. And with that check, you're pretty sure it's not red or blue.
Okay. Okay, guys, there's a. No, okay, I don't know why I wrote down not red or blue then, because I did write that down. Okay, it's only one slow beast, guys, so maybe we shouldn't be too scared of it. Unless it spooks easily and charges us. But it probably won't. Maybe. I don't really know.
Unfortunately, a Volta won't be much help in this weather. And if you look around, a Volta isn't actually around. I temporarily dismissed him. Otherwise, I would have been hearing wet bird complaints.
Very true. Do you want to attempt to cast the trace, or do you just want to go forth and just one lowly beast? It's fine. I think it'll be fine.
Well, I think it's better safe to be sorry. Wait, yes, did I say that right?
No.
Rather safe.
Better be
Sorry.
safe than sorry. Yes.
Yes. So I don't think casting it would hurt.
Although we are in a storm, so that's good.
Okay, so if you guys are doing this, go ahead and I need stealth checks from everyone.
Ooh.
Very
Doing
nice.
good, guys.
Okay. I do not have a lazy stealth cheat, so I actually have to pull them up. And I just dragged Azaka out onto the map somewhere.
I still have access to Melik's sheet if you want me to do that.
Oh yeah, if you wouldn't mind, please. I mean, luckily this is a group check, so... And Azaka is really helping out with that one. Dragon Bait and Milk, not so much.
Well, it's plus 9. We all got over 20.
Oh, wait, pass without a trace. Go right. Yeah, you guys are fine.
Yeah.
So as you guys continue along your path, after about maybe 10 or 15 minutes, Devonay, you notice it first being up front. You see a massive gray tree trunk land about 25, 30 feet in front of you. And as you follow it up and up and up, you find yourself gazing at a four-legged, massive dinosaur. That has just popped up on the map over here so our viewers at home can see what we're all looking at. As it seems completely oblivious to your presence and is just ever so slowly happens to be walking by.
Can you shift ping?
Shift ping.
I think I have to reload. I'm still on Port Nianzaro.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, okay.
Hold on. I'm going to shift you over there, and then I'm going to drag you guys back. Oh, I just lost all my cool weather effects.
Oh, no. Okay, there we go. Now I can see.
Weird. Okay, I had the players all on this. I apologize, players and YouTube viewers. Apparently my producer was right, and I discounted it as
I still
That
had
is
the
massive.
map of Chult.
weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so I gotta find my...
What kind of dinosaur is that? Would I know?
Go ahead and go ahead and roll a nature check.
No.
Well, actually, you've seen it once before. If I remember, Musharib was with you when you guys ran into it before in the river.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's like a
you've seen this one before. It's a brontosaur.
Okay.
I don't know if it was Musharib with you or not, but
I think so.
So being at the front, Devaney will not abruptly stop being aware of how bad that could be carrying a canoe with a whole bunch of other people, but will slowly come to a stop and just wait for it to move along.
Why? We're stealth. You won't notice us.
But I don't want to have to avoid it and try to weave in between its legs.
Can we go around it?
You can certainly try.
Okay.
It's literally just passing in front of you guys at the moment.
Okay.
So it's one of those.
Let
It's
it
not like
pass
it's
on
too.
its own.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for it to do.
I go, what a majestic creature. I hope to catch it in my Pokeball one day.
And a couple of moments goes by, and you hear the footsteps again, that loud. Slowly start to fade away.
So majestic.
And once it's cleared through our path, then I'll start walking again.
Okay, you guys managed to push through your day's worth of travel. Gets to be later in the evening. Time to set up camp. You guys are... Go ahead and I'll say who's ever interested, make a perception check. With disadvantage given the weather, but no, we're going to see you guys are trying to find a decent spot to set up. Actually, okay. Solana it takes you good after you guys have basically decided all of you have just about had enough of pushing through this. Takes you a good 15-20 minutes to find a suitable spot with enough with a thick enough canopy that it's only mildly downpouring, and start getting camp set up, get the canoe set down, get yourself situated for the day. As a result of the day's travel, everyone in the party has gained 1 level of exhaustion. Solana has 2.
Bummer.
So,
So that's 2 long rests, right?
2 long rests for it to be gone. So for again, for everyone else, you have disadvantage on ability checks. For Solana, you're just moving a little slower. Your speed is halved as well.
Okay.
So, assuming you all managed to get the long rest this evening, that should that'll be gone for some and reduced for others.
Mm.
So, as you guys set up camp for the evening, what is the group's plan for watches throughout the night?
I would not take a watch because I'm so tired.
Devaney will take last watch.
Oh, okay.
I'll take third.
I got Devaney, Quen. Yeah, we'll have Melik take second where Melik's not here, and we'll give... do you guys prefer Azaka or Dragonbait for first?
Dragonbait.
Okay. Okay. And then, Captain, would you mind... Oh, thank you. Which one's which?
The last one would be my perception for
okay.
the night.
Oh, wait, I'm awake. Okay, and can you do me a favor and make one for Melik for me as well? Then I gotta grab Dragonbait. Okay. Perception. Okay. So as you guys settle down for the evening, it seems to be the evening goes through without any real issue. As Melik takes his watch and wakes up Quen for yours. Both of you notice the storm is starting to die down. Quen's watch continues through. Devaney takes over. You notice the lightning has all but stopped. And there's just a very the very light, sort of misty haze, and a little bit of rain dripping down through points that you have become somewhat accustomed to on your travels throughout the jungle. As morning comes to, everyone starts getting together. You guys notice your rain catchers have been completely filled as a result of the torrential rains you were dealing with. You guys get ready for the day's travel. Solana, do me a favor. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Okay.
And then for, again, mechanically, everyone except for Solana now has no more exhaustion. Solana, you still have 1 level, so you're disadvantaged at checks.
Bummer.
Okay. Unfortunately, you don't notice anything this morning. So as you guys get situated for the day, what's upon the day's travel? Or what's the day's plan?
How far are we away still?
Given the weather yesterday and how far you guys were able to travel, your best guesstimate from where you were, day and a half.
Okay. Alright. I should not lead because I'm so tired. So tired. Someone else should take point today. So I can...
Azaka just sort of turns out, yeah, you do look a little haggard.
Gwen, you have that fancy dagger.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, all right. Well, let's see what happens.
Okay, go ahead and give us a survival check.
Ha 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 ha. I know where
Okay.
north is, but that's it.
No.
Go ahead and roll a d6 for me.
Yikes.
Alrighty then. Apparently you do know where north is.
So, in that general direction.
So as you guys manage to get your breakfast together, start packing up. Quen taking point with a bookmark leading the way. What would the rest of you be doing during your travels?
Can I sleep? Or would that just be a short rest?
Yeah, you'd only have a short rest. You can only take 1 long rest per 24 hours.
Okay,
I mean, you're welcome to
fine.
sleep, but...
Yeah. No, I'll just be looking around at stuff and being like, yay, we're going to the city.
Oh, okay. Devaney, what about yourself?
Keeping a watch out. I'll resummon a vault and send him to scout around for us, as usual.
Oh, okay. So go ahead and give me perception checks for both you and Avalta. Alrighty then. So you guys start continuing on your path. Once more, you guys are... Morning seems to go through without a problem, and I know you can't hear me yet, but Dave, welcome to... Oh, hey, Dave's here now. Welcome, Dave.
Hey, Dave.
Oh, looks like Dave's not all the way in yet, but luckily Dave missed out on all the fun exhaustion bits.
Yeah.
So
Dave,
is,
I see you lit up, but I can't hear you.
Hello?
hey, now we got Dave.
It's a photo shoot for the intro to our producer's show, and it was Naruto themed, and I'm the only one with a costume.
Wow.
Please tell me you
That
still
too.
got it on.
No.
Oh, no, I can go get it, but
Oh. Oh, I was going to say, our show just got more interesting. Naruto themed.
I'm here. Date Bayo.
So as you guys are continuing on the way, okay. It's actually as Quinn is leading, I know Solana is at disadvantage. What's everyone's passive perception? Should have this in front of me, but I don't.
17.
Um,
14.
14 for
I
me as
always
well.
lose it in my fucking sheet.
That's down at the
Oh,
bottom.
13. 13 passive
Oh, okay.
perception for Quinn.
This is a PG rated cast, by the way.
Yeah, so we're all allowed to slip up every now and then.
Can I say passive?
No.
That was the word.
So, as you guys notice, as you're traveling about 50 yards or so in front of you, you see two rather large bipedal dinosaurs.
That's not good.
You've seen these types before. You don't know if it's the same ones. Oh,
Jack?
and I'm sorry. What'd you say, Dave?
For it?
I'm only hearing the last bit of what you're saying.
Yeah.
I can see Dave lighting up. I'm just not hearing anything at the moment. I don't know if it's my mic. Oh, I think Dave's having a connection problem.
Allosaurus!
Can we nature check for it?
Already!
Yep. Go ahead and make a nature check. Okay, Dave.
Tom Petty.
Melik definitely remembers.
Well, no, it's Tom Petty.
Yeah, because it's Tom Petty.
Oh. Yes, but you will also remember these as these were chasing Gizzard a while back. Gizzard had 2 items in his possession,
Oh, the
now
egg!
of which Solana has one in her possession.
I do have an egg. Oh no.
These 2 are focused on the group of you. They're about 50 yards
Nice
away.
egg. Towards us.
What? Towards us?
Towards us. Right?
We're only picking up like the last word you say. Can you fix
There.
your Discord so it's like push to talk or something?
Hold on, no, let me try our server switch. Sorry, folks, we're going to try a quick audio fix and switch servers on our Discord, see if that'll help out any here. Sometimes it's helped, sometimes it makes it worse. Yeah, is everyone still here?
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, try
You hear
saying
me?
something now, Dave.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello?
Okay.
Hello.
Might be me.
Nope, it's still not coming through all the way. Sorry, Dave.
Yeah. Yeah. It might be. We don't know.
Yeah, so we're having some minor difficulties while so Dave's checking on that. You guys see these 2 Alistair,
And they're looking
Start-
right at us.
they're looking right at the group of you.
Okay. I probably have the egg on as a backpack.
You got strapped. It's yeah. Dave, if it helps, Digito's commenting too that it seems like your mic is taking a second to activate before it's actually picking up your sound. So as you're looking around, there are trees in the vicinity that you can try to work with. You
I
can
hide behind a tree.
battle.
We're in a canoe.
Oh, we're in a canoe?
Yeah, you'd have to depart your canoe,
Oh.
and
Oh,
then
are they in the water?
no, they're on the shore right now.
Oh.
But I'll say go ahead and make a nature check. Again, Melik would know this, but as we can't speak to Melik at the moment due to technical difficulties.
I can't, but I'm at disadvantage for.
So we're just trying to see how much you remember in your half brain fried, exhausted state.
Yeah, a little.
Not horrible. So, these things, while not the best you've ever seen, they can jump.
I mean, I would know this because it's okay.
Are we pulling over and fighting these, or what's going on, guys? Looking specifically at Solana and her egg.
Gizzard left us, and until he returns, I'm keeping it safe. So, yeah. Do you want me to summon Tom Petty, or would that just be really confusing?
I think that would confuse us more than them. So are we pulling over, or are we fighting from canoe?
Well, why don't we get a couple shots in from canoe, and if they jump on us, oh, that'd be bad in the canoe.
Yeah, it would. How deep is the water here?
Don't.
Okay. You can stick something down and test. You're really not sure. No one's
Okay,
really
I'm
been
just
in the water.
It would. It's not so deep that these guys would be able just to like wade in.
Again, you'd have to check.
Okay.
At the moment, you're not sure.
I stick in my quarterstaff.
Okay. So let's see here.
Because that's like a. Okay.
Okay.
God, those guys are fast. Okay.
At the point you start lowering the staff down, you get the staff most of the way down, and you don't feel it's hit bottom yet.
Ooh.
Given the average height of the core staff is probably about somewhere between 5.5, 6 feet.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's at least 6 feet deep. You actually have to jump in and go down to test any further beyond that. Likewise, these things are they're big creatures. You're not sure that 6 feet is going to stop them, but you don't know how much deeper beyond that it is either.
Okay. So, with that in mind, we should maybe. How wide is the river at this point, too? Like, could they jump to our canoe from where they are?
With the tributary you're on,
Yeah.
it would take some work, but they may be able to make the leap.
Ooh. Well, we could pull over on the opposite bank and walk the canoe and stay away from them. Or we can shoot them from the canoe. Or we can pull the canoe over and shoot them closer to them.
I have a feeling these guys are still going to keep following us. And they would probably be able to outrun us if we started walking with the canoe.
Yes, they are very fast. They are very fast.
I think we should fight them. It's just whether you want to pull over and fight or canoe and fight, because I don't think once the fight starts that we're going to have time to pull the canoe over.
Oh, okay.
So do you pull the canoe over?
That's
Yeah.
what we're deciding. What do you think, Quinn?
I think we should pull the canoe over so I can shoot fire at them.
Sounds good.
Alright, so the moment that Solana turns to park the canoe off to the side, Quinn sees the nearest one and he's gonna fire a firebolt.
Okay. So as Quinn is letting that go, Solana, are you going left or right with the canoe? They're on the right-hand bank.
Right.
So you're going same
bank,
side as them?
same bank or opposite bank of the...
I thought we were pulling over the same bank.
Well,
Communication.
the other bank will give us some time before they catch up to us and start hitting us.
Okay, left.
Okay. So, a second here. Just grabbing a quick... You guys are parking left bank. Okay. Wait a second, I'm just double checking and forgive me if I do not know why these tokens are still not saving properly. I just dragged y'all on and none of you have sight or your proper things in there, so before I drag you over onto a map where you can't see anything. Okay, you all set? Now, just to make sure, Quentin, I know you said you were firing off a firebolt as soon as you guys hit shore. So, Solana, you are pulling the canoe over within 120 feet of them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sight.
I guess I shouldn't speak with them to see if they're after the eggs. No, because I wouldn't give you the egg.
That's
Never mind. Okay.
And considering one just gets shot with a firebolt,
Yeah.
you're not quite
too.
sure.
For now.
You guys can. Hey, we got you.
Yay!
There he
Hey.
is.
Okay. Okay, I think that's just about right measurement. If it's not perfect, oh well. Let's see. It's 120. Okay, so Mr. Producer, do me a favor, follow the bouncing player flag as we move to the left.
Okay. So, ooh, they are big.
And as we jump, I'm going to throw up our tracker here so you can all roll some initiative for me. Then I got to pull up and check and see if a Quen shot here is going to be enough to hit.
I just want to know, like,
Ah, nuts.
back.
I'm sorry?
We should give the baby back.
No. Gizzard gave it to me. Or left it.
It's fair.
Come on.
It's the only thing we have to remember him by. It's the
Oh,
stolen
baby!
baby Allosaurus egg that he left.
Nothing.
Yeah. And your clogs.
Okay. Oh,
How are your clogs doing?
okay. What?
Your clogs. He made you a pair of clogs. Remember we painted them? and the-
I just remembered. Yes.
yeah. And we painted them and you thought it was creepy and put them on and off your feet. Yeah.
Still in the bag.
Okay.
Get him out.
Okay.
I'll get him out.
So, Devaney, we actually start with you. So Quen has fired off a firebolt at the nearest Allosaurus, right as Solana has parked the canoe and you guys have sort of piled out. Unfortunately, that shot does go a little wide, Quen, and does not make contact.
Quen is devastated. He's ashamed. He falls back into the canoe, angry and upset again.
Okay.
So,
One of
Devonay,
those days, huh, Quinn?
Shut up!
Wow.
I'm going to dig out my wand of fireball, and I'm going to fireball. And it's a range of 150 feet, so I should be able to reach both of them.
should be able to, I think. Yeah.
So yeah, if I put it right in the center there, I will try to hit both.
Okay, and that, if I remember, is a dexterity save, right?
Yes.
Okay. And how many charge are you using? What level are you casting at?
Just at 3rd level.
Okay.
Can you modify
Go
what
ahead.
level you cast like a wand of fireball at?
Yeah, if you
Yes.
burn additional charges, you can cast it at a higher level.
Gotcha.
So first one fails, second one fails.
Nice.
So as this massive fireball explodes between the two of them, you immediately see the two of these creatures rear back and extreme anger as you hear them cry out and focus down at, well, more focus on the group of you than maybe they were a moment ago. That seems to have
Previously.
had a significant impact on the both of them. Anything else you'd be doing?
I'm going to move a little bit. But that's it.
Just for argument's sake, so we don't forget it, we'll just say your canoe is sitting back here, that little gray rectangle. So, because we know how much you guys like to keep that thing out of harm's way.
Good sound.
Yeah.
So good sound.
Okay, so that'll bring us over to Dragonbait, who really can't do anything. So I was going to just sort of charge up. Actually, just charge up and hold an action to attack if something comes within range. That'll bring us back to Quen currently hanging out with the canoe.
The only two dinosaurs we've seen are these two, right?
That's correct, yes.
Okay. Well, not one to be outdone. Quen's gonna move right here, and he's gonna cast Fireball on those little nasty little
Okay.
dino pups.
Let's see here.
This is how you do a fireball.
Okay, so
Ever.
first one makes it. Second one makes it.
Ah,
So that is 15 damage to Etha's.
Now I feel kind of bad.
And that wasn't
As-
your fault. The dinos were just very good.
We had practice.
Again, you get much the same response as Devonay did. And you notice these things now, bits of their skin are charred and black. They are still on their feet, but they look in extremely rough shape. Anything else you'd be doing? Quen?
Quen?
what was the question? Sorry.
Anything else you'd be doing?
No, that's it. I already moved, and that's it.
Okay, so that'll bring us over to Melik.
Okay. Let's see. I am definitely one to be outdone for sure when it comes to fights.
Only
They have a
in
range on it?
damage. Only damage-wise. That
Damage.
never forget that suggestion spell.
Dinosaurs. I'm so tired of these dinosaurs that can't do words. So, I can see these bad boys, yeah?
Yep.
Yell at this one and cast Vicious Mockery, because, like, why not?
Okay. And
Not
Mockery
your
is a
baby.
you'd have to actually, now that I rolled that, you'd have to burn your movement to get closer. You're out of range. It's only 60 feet.
60 feet? I didn't read that. Whoa. My range is. My movement range is. 30. Would I be able to make that?
Given the size of it, I'd say yeah. If you moved your full movement.
5, 6.
Let's see here. Where were you? You were. Were you down here?
Oh.
Okay, so wait a minute. If you go. See, your full movement is 30. Still in your token for a second. So if you go diagonal to here.
Cool.
Wait,
Then
just
yelling
see
range.
here. That's still out of range.
Okay.
I'd say if you want to, I'll say you can hold your action for it to come in range, and we'll keep the stats if it survives long enough.
Okay, that sounds good.
Because I'm gonna say just rule of cool.
Cool. We have your baby. Eat it.
Azaka will use her full movement and just is within range of the further one. So I'll have her take a couple of pot shots back there. And that will end one of their lives
Dang.
as the further one back is fallen. And then is this one, the one that Melik was focused on, starts to charge, and then hears Melik calling these phrases out. Just collapses dead and falls in the
What?
river.
Oh wow.
Nicely done.
Renee, I'm pretty sure it was your fireball. I gave him 3 points.
That was awesome.
Every
just-
little bit counts.
Yeah.
You just mocked a dinosaur to death.
Yep.
Whoa, that was awesome.
That was pretty awesome.
Kind of bad.
We have
Bullied
your
a
baby.
dinosaur to
Go
death.
eat it. And with that, you guys are out of initiative.
Can you tell us if those were the parents of the egg?
I suppose I could.
Okay, never mind.
The rooms.
No, those are just random.
Okay.
Mr. Producer,
Gonna
we
tell the
will,
difference.
Mr. Producer, let's bounce on back over to the regular map as you guys are continuing ever along your path. Actually, is there anything you guys will be doing with the as the battle ends with the bodies?
No,
Do we need more jerky?
I don't think so. I think we're good.
Jerky, leather.
I don't have a leather
Oh,
worker.
well,
Quinn wants to investigate Devaney's wand of fireballs and maybe see if he can learn to craft one himself, because those things are pretty useful.
Sure, you can have a look at it. Just
Yeah,
be careful.
Tools?
I'll
Oh, sorry, go
try.
ahead.
You know how me and fire are.
Yes, we do.
So go ahead and make an Arcana check, Quinn. Okay. Let me take a. Let's see where. So I'll check here. I know there's a thing on this. Okay, so as you spend, as the others are sort of getting the canoe back in while you guys are getting prepared to continue moving along. Okay, so let's see. Just want to make sure I give you the right information here. Okay. There we go. Fire. So so you spend a little while, and you're pretty sure that with the proper equipment and the basically the proper items and a little bit of time, you could probably make one. Given your roll met the DC I had set for it, it would take. Let's see here. Hold on, let me do them. Give me a second. I'm just trying to do the math out here. Okay, it'll take you about 200 days of work and approximately 5,000 gold worth of materials.
Wow. Hey, so I think, gosh, you know what? I wish I didn't commit myself to this adventure. I could just make wands of fireball all day, but I shan't because I love my friends and we're in this to win this.
I so appreciate your commitment, Quinn. That's incredible.
Yes. Well, can we try and find someone who knows the way to the Lost City when we go to Port Nyanzaru?
We already have a good idea where it is.
But wouldn't it hurt to see if maybe someone had a better idea where it is, too?
I don't think it would hurt, but you never know who you're gonna run into. They might have a
suppose
good
so.
idea that is wrong.
Right. Well, with our luck with guides.
That's what I was gonna say. Now, I'm pretty attached to both of them, so we might need a third to kill off.
Okay,
No, I say we
deal.
kill Azaka and get a third.
No, I like Azaka.
Why does everyone like Azaka but me?
Side voices, I'm killing Azaka, she's right there.
I mean,
Azako just looks at you like, that's okay. She's been talking about it since we left Firefinger.
sorry,
I
it's
don't
just,
blame
No,
you.
why?
she rubs me the wrong way.
Leather. Working tools, but not like, I don't know if that includes tanning.
I would assume so.
Yeah, I'm
Sure.
gonna skin some lizards.
Oh, okay, go ahead and make a survival check for me. Basically, you can roll a survival check, and then we'll just add your proficiency bonus on top of it because you got the tools. So, what's your proficiency at this level? It's 3, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay, perfect. You hit what you needed. So you walk out of there. Say, well, given the size of them, we'll say you can easily walk out of there with 10, 15 pounds of lizard skin and just nice, somewhat nice, easy to handle rectangular pieces.
We should add awning to the canoe.
Oh, Jesus.
Put a roof on it! Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
It's gonna turn into a river barge.
Where's
Oh,
the
it's gonna
sangria?
be my house after this.
Yeah.
For all the budding DMs who may be watching, don't inspire your players. It gets scary. They tell players don't inspire your DM. Worse, it's a two-way street.
This is true.
The canoe they're in holds 7 people. It has cup holders. It has, hand flourish swirls on the inside. I mean,
It even has like
These
These
are
are
all
all great memories.
All this canoe needs is like 2 like little sidecar buggies. And
That's a
then
good
we
idea.
can really get this thing rolling. And like propellers.
What a
So we
propeller.
have like a
And into
real
a boat
river,
plane, absolutely.
real watercraft.
Are you okay there, Matthew?
Yeah, I just thought I heard that weird screeching noise again.
Ah.
So don't mind me. Apologies, viewers. Weird noises around. So as you guys continue along the path,
Mm-hmm.
you guys spend a little time. Probably takes about half an hour to an hour for Malik to carve off and get the equipment together to tan the lizard hide and get that process so you guys basically so you can set up and have it done during the evening's rest. Things continue on. Gets to be about the end of the evening. Time to set up watch for the day or for the night. Who's taking watches this evening?
Not me again. I'm still exhausted.
Gwen will take third.
You got Malik
Devine
for
will
second.
take last.
Okay, and who do you want first, a Zaka or Dragon?
Dragon bait.
Okay, so I need perception checks from everyone.
All of the P ones.
Yeah, I was gonna say. They made like every check ever.
Full
So I have a 13.
Naruto character. He wasn't great at reading, I think. I'm at.
Okay. And then Solana, I'm going to ask you to roll a D4 for me.
Ooh. Dice.
Alrighty then. So as you guys have your watch set up for the evening, and is there anything you would be doing in specific during your watch? I know Mike's getting everything set up for tanning. Anything else any of you would be doing?
I would like to, during first watch, go talk to Dragonbait.
Okay.
You mean smell him?
Well, yes, I would be doing the talking. He would be doing the scenting.
Okay. Anything in specific you're looking to cover with him, or?
I'm wondering, and I'll make sure that nobody else can overhear our conversation, if he's going to stick around in Port Nyanzaru with us, or like, I'm just worried what he's going to do next, considering that he has the ring.
So is sorry, the wildlife is apparently in heat. Yes, it sounds just like that. Hideous
Oh,
these
okay.
cats. Yeah, I think that's what y'all heard earlier. Anyway,
Oh,
sorry about that,
okay.
viewers. We had some questions before stream, and they're still right outside my window. As Dragonmate sort of gives you a sort of sideways lean and a shrug, he doesn't seem overly sure what the next steps are for him.
Oh,
As from what you remember talking with Artis Simber before he unfortunately met his end, Dragonbait they had run into each other in Port Nyanzaru, and Dragonbait decided to sort of come along and help him out after the two of them became friends.
I'll point out there's probably other people, not just those giants, looking for the ring and that know about the ring. And if they knew that you were associated with artists, they might come after you as well.
You get a scent. You can tell he's a little concerned, but it's not very strong. And then after a couple of seconds, he just sort of looks at you and shrugs a little bit. Goes into his reaches into his one of his inside pockets and just takes out the ring and holds it in the palm of his hand for a minute, looking at it. Then looks back up at you and puts it back in his inner pocket.
Well, you don't have to stay with us if you don't want to, but I don't want you getting into extra trouble just because you ran into us in the first place and artist got killed and all of that.
And again, you get the little bit of sadness coming from as you start mentioning artist's passing again. And then he just sort of sort of like that awkward, reaches one arm out and sort of like, pats you on the shoulder, like sort of around your back, but not really. And just sort of, gives you a very weak smile. That's like that sort of smile that you see when somebody's at a funeral and they're just trying to keep it together. It's that same sort of where it's like you're smiling, but it's not a smile.
I'll nod consolingly, pat him on the shoulder, and get up, go to a different part of camp, and I'll stay up during that watch, and then I'll take the next 2 watches as my trance time.
No, girl, you gotta comfort
got
me.
weird. I gotta go.
So, and as I see the chat in Roll20, I also see the chat in Twitch, and y'all are on the same page. I'm just saying. Y'all are
That's
on
what
the
I'm
same
talking
ship.
about. That's what I'm talking about.
So as the rest of Dragonbait's watch seems to go without any problem. Melek, your watch again passes much the same. No real issues, no problems. Gwen's watch, again, it's more the same. You notice the wildlife isn't quite as loud here as you're getting closer to the city. You guys have traveled you're only about a half a day's travel from Port Nyanzaru at this point. You should be there at some point tomorrow, and as you're looking around, you can see the fields are really starting to I've got you out in the middle of the water. You're supposed to be down here.
We're in a boat. We could be in the water.
The fields have really started to open up. The canopy isn't as heavy at this point. As your watch ends, Devaney, you wake up, take over. You seem to be a little distracted, probably as a result of your conversation with Dragonbait from earlier in the evening. The watch seems to pass uneventful for you as well. And as the group of you, as the sun begins to creep over, your group starts to come to. Weather is the same sort of slight drizzle. It's a little more noticeable now as the trees are thinning out, but you all come to consciousness and the day is yours.
Solana, how are you feeling?
Much better. Oh man, those 2 nights of sleep completely all the way through, even though I trance. I forgot about that. I don't know if I had
slept
to
for
take
the
out
first time.
8 hours or not, but yeah, that was good.
I'm glad you're feeling better.
Thank you. I don't know mechanically how that works actually, since I trance.
Basically, during your trance, you get the same benefit as a long rest.
Oh,
So one
so
trance
I could have
equals
taken
the same.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Sorry,
you
guys.
still get you still need the long rest to get the benefit. So
Oh, well, sorry guys. But I had a great
Yeah.
sleep. Thanks, Stephanie. So, let's get the show on the road and hit up the city and go see the bright twinkling lights. And Melick can play his fiddle again. Not the fiddle of madness, but the other one. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
let's
called-
go.
Oh. Yeah, I know where I'm going. We get
I
in there.
was so hoping you didn't.
No, we get in there. We go on.
Okay. Let's see here.
I totally
Okay,
didn't
so-
know that you could just double click on the your character sheet and minimize it and make it like invisible.
Okay, so you guys, under the very
Right.
apt steering of Solana, a group of you travel on throughout the day. Shortly after midday, you find yourselves approaching, and Mr. Producer, follow the bouncing flag to the right.
What? We're back in the city. Holy crap.
As you guys find yourselves coming in, give me a second. I will shift ping you.
I
Yeah,
barely
As
recognize
yours.
this map. It has been a while.
it has been a while.
It's been a minute. You find yourselves coming in from as you're coming from a slightly different angle this time. You find yourself coming in due south
Okay.
through Maller's Throat.
Ew. Okay. I say we get out and we start looking at the buildings. Is there a place where we can like a dock where we can tie up our awesome canoe?
So at the point you're coming through, there's the street, the river, however you want to call it, ends probably a good couple of 100 yards from the from this. You, if you wanted to, you could follow the river a little further out. It would probably take you about another hour or two over to further south down by the Turkey anchorage, and there are docks
Okay.
there where you'd be able to dock.
Well, what do you say,
It's
guys?
just a couple hours. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, let's do that because we want to keep the canoe, right?
Yep.
In the city and not just be worrying about my boat the whole time.
That's true. You are quite connected to the boat, Melick. Yeah. Okay, so we'll do that, and we'll
See
anchor.
if we can find a
Sure.
spot to.
Melick, you never named the boat. Gotta name the boat a lady's name for good luck, and then we can break champagne on the prow. Plow. The front.
Don't they usually do that before the journey, not after?
Well, we can do it before we go on our second journey on it.
In general.
Outside
So-
box, Devon. The Prowl. Now I gotta look that up.
Yeah, her name's Stephanie. How much does it cost to dock her up here?
So as you guys pull up to this section, and you haven't been to this section of town during your brief visit before.
Wait, you named the boat Devon?
Stephanie.
Stephanie. Okay. I'm like, that's confusing.
Fine, everybody. Let's jump in. Devonay.
Okay.
Protect Devonay!
No.
Hey, we ride griffins on Friday. That are,
That's a good point.
Oh.
All of you are griffins
Yeah.
on Fridays.
yeah.
As you guys start coming around the river and into the Turkey anchorage section, you see these docks are. You can see there are people working the docks and taking coin for people parking their boat, but you notice doesn't really seem to be a huge guard presence here. You're guessing this is more the we'll say go ahead and make a perception check. See who gets what feeling here. Oh, okay. Malik and Devonay, you definitely get it. See if Quen rolls one. But right now, Solana, you don't really notice this as being a druid. You haven't spent as much time in cities as our illustrious performer Malik. But Malik, you recognize this as almost like the seedy underbelly of the city. It's typically sort of rough and tumble. Smugglers hang out here. You don't have the city guard poking around as much, but at the same point, if your coin's good, nobody's going to mess with your stuff.
Is that true though? No one's gonna mess with my stuff if my coin's good, but like if I leave, are they still gonna mess with my stuff after?
How much you paying?
Just don't like it. Okay, Stephanie's not safe here. How long would it take for me to boat it to a better boat place?
If you wanted to, you guys are familiar with the main harbor that's basically around the cove. About another hour, if that.
If we're
Stephanie?
not comfortable with the boat here, then I'd say another hour. I'm fine with that.
I mean, I have no, don't judge a book by its cover and all that nonsense. Obviously, I get that. Stephanie just means a lot, and I just want the best for her.
Solana, Quen?
I don't really. I mean, it's just a canoe.
Your next words carefully.
You're okay sitting in a canoe for another hour?
Well, who's sitting with me? I'm sure we can have a nice afternoon. Where's that alchemy jug? Give me a chair. I'll sit in it.
You are
Perfect.
sitting, Quen.
I said a chair, not a canoe.
This man a drink, and let's just go get Stephanie somewhere safe.
Yeah, let's continue around.
As you guys wheedle your way around, take a little time. Eventually, you find yourselves pulling all the way into the proper harbor ward. As you guys start to come around the northern tip and in, you can see a rather two rather imposing-looking buildings with a chain screwed between them. The chain dips down so it is well underneath the water. But you can tell it serves as a sort of gate to the harbor. The building on the left as you approach appears to be a fort of some sort. Heavy stone walls, one half of the chain dipping down under the water as you guys paddle Stephanie right over with no problem with how deep the chain is. You notice on the right-hand side as you're passing the other end of the chain attached to a rather tall lighthouse with a flame currently burning atop it. And you pull in, you manage to find an open public dock. Takes you just a few minutes. Public dock section where is you manage to find yourself some nice safe spot to, I just realized how horrid that gray is for pinging things, so we are going to go bright red. There you go. Managed to find yourself a nice little safe spot to plop Stephanie up here. Just a little ways north of the fish market as you guys all disembark from the canoe. You see a rather youngish kid standing there. Sort of an okay shirt. It looks like it's seen some better days, but no sleeves. Sides of his hair shaved, a little bit long on the top. And looks over at you guys. If you're going to be docking there, it'll be how long are you going to be docking there?
We're not quite sure. A couple days at least.
Okay, so it's let's say 3 silver a day. If you're going to go, say 1 gold piece, get you 4 days.
Sure. I'll flip him a gold piece.
Wow. Make it a half. Haggle?
Nope. Gold piece has already been.
It's Devonay's already flipped the coin. He just looks over at you like, you offering another half?
Baby, what you doing tonight? Just kidding. Good joke. Ah, okay.
But it'll keep us safe. You have a nice day. And he puts it away in his pouch and just sort of walks away from you guys a little.
Now, is there a port office, or?
So yes, there is a harbor office. The harbor master's office is literally full across the harbor. It'll take you guys a little while to get there, sort of meandering long way around the harbor, but.
Well, I would like to go check it out. If everybody else wants to go crash at an inn.
Where are
fine.
the inns and stuff?
Okay, so from your initial visit, you were recommended to 2 inns down in the Red Bazaar, which is down in this area.
Oh, right. Okay.
You were recommended to the Thundering Lizard if you guys were looking for sort of a raucous, noisy, all in all time.
That's where we went first time.
Yeah, and then there is Kaya's House of Repose if you're looking for night, slightly more upscale, not quite cracked in, but a little nicer, quiet place where you guys can get cleaned up and sleep.
Okay. And where's the bazaar where we could sell some more stuff?
Okay, the Red Bazaar is right in that same area. The inns are same neck as well.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, I say we head there first, guys.
I'll head over there with you.
Okay.
So we've got Malik and Solana heading that direction. Devaney wanted to go to the Harbor Master. Quen, what would you be doing?
Um, is there a library in Port Nyanzaru?
Let's see here. Check my listings on what we've got here.
Want to see if I can pick up any new spells.
Okay.
You just meant like regular books. Why?
No, like for magic.
Don't
Okay.
read books, kids.
Don't read books. Shoot them.
No.
Quen, let me check on that. Actually, you know what, it is 9:30. Let's do this. We'll take our quick 5 to 7 minute breaks. We can top off our drinks or whatnot. This way, it'll give the DM a couple of moments to find out if there's a magical merchant in town.
Book,
Thank you very much
please.
for those who've been hanging out with us so far this evening. And we're going to take a quick few moment break so we can get drinks, facilities, all that fun stuff, and we will be back shortly. And thank you again, Mr. Producer. If you can bounce us on over to our break, we'll be back in a few minutes. Hey, welcome back, everyone. Thank you for hanging with us during this quick couple of moments break as we got some beverages, took care of some business, and the DM had a few moments to do some research for a question I should have seen coming but didn't. So as our party has situated, and Quinn, to answer your question, yes. Actually, now that I've said yes, you already know the answer, but go ahead and roll an investigation check. Let's see how long it takes Quinn to actually get the information. Oh.
Ooh.
You ask 3 or 4 people, and they advise you that the only person they know of who deals in any sort of arcane items is one of the merchant princes, Wakanga. The name sounds familiar to you, only that you remember way back at the beginning and during your first visit to Port Nyanzaru, your benefactor, Syndra Sylvain, mentioned that she was going to stay at the home of her friend Wakanga.
Right.
She made no mention of apparently his rather important status in the city. But
Well then, I shall go and meet Wakanda.
Okay, can Devonay call a quick group huddle before everybody goes their separate ways?
Yes.
Everybody gather up. Which inn are we going to be staying at? Yeah, exactly.
Well,
nice-
I liked the Thundering Lizard from last time, so I vote that place.
I vote the nice one.
I did too. I'm kind of interested in seeing some new parts of the city, though.
I want to go to
Well,
the nice one, the pretty one.
We can stay at the Thundering Lizard one night, and then move on to another one the next night.
Tell
Okay.
crawl.
Sounds
Yeah.
fine.
So, go off, explore, don't get into any trouble.
Is there
so
anything in the bag of holding that you don't want me to sell?
if you are selling stuff, I was just going to point out, please make sure to get a good price, or as best price as you can.
I will take Malik with me because I have no charisma skills.
okay, so we have.
Oh, sorry.
Nope, go ahead.
Perhaps we could get the adamantine actually made into something instead of just selling it.
Like blades that pop out from my fist.
I was thinking perhaps armor or blades, yeah?
Oh. That pop out from my fist? Adamantium?
I'm not sure we
We'll
have
see
enough
what we can
money for
find.
that. Devaney obviously has no idea what you're talking about.
No one has any idea what I'm
Grab
talking
those note pages out of the bag of holding, and as we're walking around, like ask around and see if anybody in the town might be learned enough to read them.
For which ones now?
The sheets of
These
paper
that we
with the
found?
writing.
Okay,
That
the
we
note
got
pages.
from the guy that gave us our bag of holding.
The game
Oh,
one?
that's now I remember him. Okay,
I don't remember his name, but that guy.
yeah, the one who mentioned the
guy
Jakala anchorage.
Early murdered.
Yes. I also suggest if you guys are selling stuff, don't buy anything until we come back and decide exactly what we need.
But I want stuff.
Well, yeah, we're gonna buy stuff, just maybe not right now,
Okay.
because we're gonna need like bug stuff, and we're gonna need see if we can buy better armor and weapons and stuff. But
Well, I have a lot of notes in this other notebook that I just remembered that I had.
so yeah, go and sell stuff, but maybe not go and buy stuff yet.
Okay, you got it.
All right, I will see you later, I guess then.
Sure, the boathouse.
Yeah, that's where I'm going. I just want to make
Okay.
sure that we're not parked illegally.
Okay, so you have Devonay heading to the harbor master. Here's
If anybody
one.
wants to come with me, that's fine too.
Oh,
The boathouse, Devonay.
Dragonbait will tag along with you for the time being as And then, Quen, you said you're gonna go visit, oh, I just lost his name already. That's not good.
Wakanga.
Wakanga.
Yes, I want to
Okay.
go and meet Wakanga.
Okay. Uh,
Oh, I forgot we
Gonna-
had those charms.
technically, you still do. I don't think any of you have used them.
Do they replenish after a long rest like other stuff, or do they not?
No, it's the charm is a one and done.
Okay.
Okay. Well, guess what, Salon and Melik? You guys have company. Thanks to
Oh,
the magic
do.
of dice rolling, Asaka is following you to the markets.
Azaka loves me. Yeah.
I wrote down
Great.
I wrote down on my, scribble pad of notes how the order just randomly how you guys are doing it. Rolled the die in. You guys get Asaka.
Yep.
So we will start with what is probably going to be among the easiest of our split party adventures for the day, and jump headfirst into Devonay heading over to the Harbor Master.
Okay.
So, Devonay, it takes you probably about 15, 20 minutes walking at a fairly brisk pace to get over to the Harbor Master's office. And a couple of spots just to make sure you're heading in the right direction. As you walk, as you start walking up to it, you notice there is a rather large bulletin board sitting just outside on the southern side of it with the names and frequent haunts of various different guides that if you're seeking to go out into the jungle that you may want to consider hiring.
I'll take a look at it, and if I see any that we've come across, I'll take them down because we've probably killed them. For example, Musharib.
You do see a one flyer and it's only at the upper half and like one side of his face, as somebody has already torn Musharib's flyer off of this. Whether or not they were unhappy with his services or whether or not somebody knows he has passed, he's already been removed off that board. You see a poster for a two tabaxis that seem to work together that you guys had run into at the Thundering Lizard, and a couple of others that you don't recognize. As you're sort of looking at the sign, after a couple of minutes, you start hearing a somewhat gruff voice in the background barking, and as you turn towards the sound, you find him standing a little ways out on this dock, just sort of southeast of the office. You see a half-gold, basically a half-gold dragon named Zindar, who is basically similar to a dragonborn in terms of appearance. He seems to be having a debate with a ship that's just pulled up to this dock, and they're listening for a couple of moments, and it seems to be that this little section of the docks is reserved for visitors of the merchant princes or the merchant princes themselves, and he's trying to get these people to depart immediately. What's your plan?
So I will head towards his direction, and not interrupt him, but just sort of stand waiting to get his attention whenever he's finished.
Oh, okay. Takes about probably almost 10 minutes that he goes back and forth barking before you see somebody turn around and start walking back up the plank back onto the ship, and start seeing sails unfurl. Looks like they're actually gonna take to moving. As he turns and sees you standing there and just sort of looks at you for a moment, nods. What do you want? What can I do for you?
Myself and several others have harbored a canoe, basically, and I'll point over in the direction on the other side of the harbor, and I wanted to make sure that there weren't any dues that we would have to pay to keep her there.
No, there's no paper. You came to Nyanzru in a canoe, you say?
Well, myself and my companions all arrived separately, and we spent some time in the jungle, and some of my companions are very good woodworkers and managed to carve a canoe out of a tree. So when we came back to the port, we arrived in a canoe.
Oh, ain't that something? You went out to the jungle and came back, and with your own little project too. And if you're back down over there by the fish market, you'll be okay there. But it seems like you may have some skills that may be useful to me. You said you were out in the jungle and you came back. You all come
That's
back in
right.
one piece?
Well, we have seemingly a bad record with our guides, but all of my other companions are fine.
Oh, you don't need guides for what I'm talking. Now, we seem to have a slight problem around here with pirates. There happen to be 3 pirate ships that like to pull business from the merchant princes, and I've been granted the authority to offer a 2,000 gold piece bounty on each ship returned back to us here. We're looking for the Dragon Fang, the Emerald Eye, and the Sturge. On top of that, you managed to bring back the captain in one piece, and we give you an extra 500 gold. You guys have made your way into the jungle and come back in one piece. You may be able to make yourself some good coin here.
Pretty hard to capture a pirate ship with a canoe.
Well,
we
if you go and attack it on the water.
We know where they were. Oh,
But if you can find out where they're docking, you can go in and take them nice and easy.
do you know where they're docking?
Is there a time limit?
Well, we need those 3 specific ships. They happen to leave town and not come back, well, you miss your opportunity.
Well,
What?
I will definitely keep my eye out for them. As
Just-
I think it is something that we could do, but I am only one person of my group.
Well, all's need done is if you end up catching one, you bring them right in here into this little private section over here. We call this the Royal Port. And you have them come get me. It may take, depending on how far out I am, could take an hour or 2 for me to get back, but you there with this ship when I get back and you get your coin.
Well, I will definitely consider it. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Have yourself a good day now.
Do we know the captain's name from that? I was writing stuff down.
He didn't say.
He didn't give names. He gave you the names of the ships, though.
Okay, the
Which was,
Dragon Fang, the Emerald Eye, and the Sturge.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, and I will wander back up to the inn. I will probably browse through the bazaar on my way, but not looking for anything specific. Just walk through and then head back to the inn.
Oh, okay.
We should go to a jewelry dealer Melik, because mostly we have, valuables of rocks types.
Okay.
And I've got coral. I've got a lot of coral.
Okay, so for you two, go ahead and make an investigation check for the as you're trying to find out. You're not heading back to the same general market. You're looking for something a little more specific. Okay, works out. So let's see here. Where did I put our?
Same.
Sure.
Where did our? Well, I just had a post-it put on it. Okay, must be this one. So, as you guys are wandering around, you find your ways over to. Where is my? I just lost my page with my actual market on it. Oh, there it is. 10. So actually, in passing. Ooh, where are you? Oh my word, I'm blind as a bat. I cannot find the number 10 on my map anywhere. Oh, there we are. Okay, so you two actually, after taking a couple of moments off, you and Devaney probably ended up walking a similar direction for the first few minutes. And then you shift off and end up heading up this direction.
Ooh.
As you find your way into the jewel market. As this tends to be a well, actually, give me a second. I may have just lied to you, as this may be better for the party. Let me check here. Okay. Yeah, so I will say that you're given two options. As you started walking up with Devaney, and you get to about this point here, and you guys are stopping, she's double checking directions going her direction. You're advised of two locations open to you that you can try to sell the materials you've got. The first one is this large tented location just to your left called the Grand Souk. It's one of the three largest markets in Port Nyanzaru, and it's got traders from all up and down the sword coast looking to trade ivory, animal pelts, dragon skulls, whatever they can deal with. They also mentioned, if you're looking specifically for jewelry, as Solana had mentioned, a little further up to the north, there is a specific jewel market, which is a smaller one up here. It's a little more hoity-toity than the Grand Souk is.
Okay, well, do you want to go hoity-toity, or do you want to go the Grand Zook?
Since we're on selling duty right now, and you said we've got a lot of stone-type material, it sounds like hoity-toity is kind of the way to go for now. I think going to the Grand Souk would be great for tomorrow, when we might start looking for stuff to buy.
That's true. Or if we get something cool. Oh, you could sell your dinosaur leather, probably.
I mean, I kind of don't mind having it around as just raw material, because apparently I just love to craft random stuff out of leather, and it tends to work out.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think for right now, going by Devaney's suggestion, if we're just going on selling, let's go over to hoity-toity.
Okay, hoity-toity.
Okay, so as you guys are heading up that way, and actually, now that I just double-checked, Quen, basically the three of you were all following each other to the same point.
Cool.
Okay, guys, break! And then we all walk together.
Yeah, so you had your little huddle, and you basically did the football huddle walk, as you're pretty much splitting apart right here. As
Okay.
Devaney's head to the office, you guys are heading up to the jeweler's store, and actual Quen is heading right here
Oh, okay.
to Wakanga's house. So as I'm going to ping there because that'll put us right next to you guys. So as you guys make your way up to the jeweler's location, let me grab I should say your bag of holding at the moment. So
Oh,
let's
and
see
I
here.
have exactly how many pieces of coral I have too.
Oh, okay. I'm just grabbing Actually, you know what? Let me check and see. I know where those came from. I'm not sure what they're worth. Okay. Okay. So let's see here. So I'm just doing a quick bit of math, at least on the ones I can do easily. Okay. That's red. Okay.
Maybe we should give this paper to Quinn to take to the arcane place, because they probably read there. Because we can, apparently.
Okay.
Is that a good idea?
Quinn, you
So it's you guys make your way up, and the total amount of value from just from what you guys expect. They look at it, look everything over to you, and say, "Well, okay, for all of this, so we're talking. You have 6 onyx stones, the adamantine ingots, this ring.
We said not to sell those.
Okay, no, we're not selling those.
The
Which ones?
adamantine
The
ingots.
adamant. Okay, that's right. Okay, that's right. I apologize. Okay, so you have 6 onyx stones, this ring, the 2 onyx figures, and the 4 different gemstones. It looks to be. How do you feel about, let's say, 450 gold for the lot?
me for a moment.
I'm sorry?
Do you mind excusing me for a moment? I just have to step outside very quickly. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Walk outside. And I am going to cast Alter Self.
Okay.
Basically, I'm gonna strut up back in there looking like the tallest, most devilishly handsome dark elf that's ever existed. As if I'm like just kind of browsing around and oh my goodness. All this. Is this for sale? Oh my goodness. Something like this. It's just incredible. It's just incredible. How much is it?
Please bear with me a moment. I'm actually. You there? Where did your friend just go?
To the bathroom.
Oh my.
Well,
You sir, I apologize. At the moment, I am still in the middle of a transaction with trying to procure these items from the owner.
what you're going to buy for? This is worth at least 700 gold.
Huh.
Go ahead and make, I'll say, a deception check with advantage, given the, right now you have the money wheel spinning in this person's head.
Oh, man. I'm certainly, sir, if you are... I am pretty sure I could get them to accept 700 for this. If you say, perhaps you give me 750 for it, we can call it a deal.
Perfect. Absolutely. I can absolutely do that.
Okay, well, if you don't mind, sir, have a seat right over there, and we'll be with you shortly as soon as this individual returns.
And I'm going to sit down.
Well, I'm gonna act on behalf of my colleague, because he can take a while. So I'm going to accept your offer because I think that is what he would do.
Well, let us
Of course.
discuss this some more. We will. And looking at you, Solana, sort of pulls you over to the side of the items you have brought in are worth no more than 600. So, as this individual is apparently willing to spend more, I will go up to 550 gold.
I will go with 600.
I'm gonna
Go ahead and
shoot
make a persuasion
Solana
check.
I'm gonna shoot her some finger guns really quick, which is like the quietest bardic inspiration I can manage.
Okay.
You now have
I'm gonna.
inspiration.
Wait, what time is it? I'm gonna use my nat 20.
Oh. And on that note, sorry, children. As you get the nod. Then, so it looks like fine, sort of takes the item, puts everything into a little box, and little, like, box lid, almost like, looks like a dice tray, sets it behind the counter. Goes in, counts out a little bag, hands you a bag, 600 gold coins.
Wonderful. Pleasure doing business with Willie. I leave quickly.
So as Solana's cutting out the door, Mr. Dashing Devilishly Handsome Dark Elf, what's your plan?
Oh. Honey. I just love stones. The rocks today. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Wait, sir. And you're just taking off running?
I don't have any money. Why am I here?
So I tell Malik, I'm like, I got 600 for it. Yeah, high five.
Note to DMs, don't give your players nat 20s. It'll burn you in the ass.
I have no charisma. I had no.
So as all this is going on, Quen, you find yourself walking up to a rather impressive-looking house. It's taken a little bit of time to make your way there, but after speaking with a couple of people there and advising the couple of guards that are at the door that you're a friend of Sylvia's, they basically escort you over. As you start walking up the pathway to the front of the building, you see that there are everywhere is just brightly lit. All over the point, everywhere on his property, they're just pillars and spires with brightly burning flames. Just from your arcane experience, you recognize this as the continual flame spell.
What
As
time
you
of
hear-
day is it?
At this point, it's probably like mid-afternoon. It's probably still a little before dinner, but the sun's starting to get a little lower.
Gotcha. You were in the middle of finishing up your description. Sorry.
Yeah. No worries. He's got it lit, and as you walk in, you can hear just sort of very soft melodic mood music is just playing throughout the house. As you guys, well, actually, let me jump on so you can get a look at who you're speaking with. As you look, there we are. We're gonna blow this up so everyone gets a good look at him. As see, his head wrapped up, a couple of braids in his beard, and sort of a wide brim to his nose. You find yourself being escorted under guard into Wakanga Otamu's presence.
I give him a greeting. I'm very, very friendly at this
Oh.
point.
But Wakanga gives a slight nod to you, and I had been expecting more of you, but Syndra did say that at some point you would probably be making your way to meet with me.
Yes. The rest of my traveling companions are off fulfilling their own little errands to run, but I figured that I would make headway and do the task of introducing us and meeting you. I am Quen Moonsbow.
It is a pleasure to meet you, Quen. I am Wakanga Otomo. I am one of the merchant princes of Port Nyanzaru. Welcome to my home.
And what a fabulous home it is. You must be quite skilled to have so many of these magical fires lit at once. This is the Eternal Flame spell, is it not?
Well, it's my teacher called it the continual flame, but yes, I assume it is the same.
Yes. See, I'm from the Feywild. We have a penchant for the dramatics. You can understand.
Very much so. We get some items in trade from the Feywild, but not much. It's not where my expertise lies. I am
Yes, and-
sorry Syndra's unable to join us today. She has not been faring well with the curse and is currently retired and sleeping under careful watch of the clerics.
Oh, thank you very much for taking care of her. I came here today because I wanted to ask you a few things. First, I wanted to ask to see if maybe you had some arcane books that I might glean some helpful knowledge from. And then my second question is if you could possibly help us find someone who had a better idea of where to find the lost city.
Well, I do trade as in part of my tasks. I have some things available for sale that I could make available to you. It's typically what we have available for sale, what I'm permitted to sell, is various, one would call them beginners or low-level magical spells. Things of the, among the first things you would learn and slightly more advanced. Mechanically speaking, first and second level spells are what he can sell to you. As he's going back and forth a little bit with you and advise you that currently the going prices for these are a scroll of a first spell would be 100 gold, and of a second would be 550 gold. But as Syndra has advised me why she has brought you here and what she seems to think you're capable of, I may have something that is of more interest to you. As he sort of beckons you over and shows you a book that he has on his person. And as he says, this journal was found and returned to us 15 years ago. It seems to have belonged to a wizard who was exploring various portions of the jungles and had found a shield guardian called Vorn. if you could be persuaded to venture, and I can show you on, if you have a map, I can show you where we found the journal. If you would be to travel to that location and return with the Shield Guardian and its control matrix, then I could provide you this. And he reaches into the inside of his robes and pulls out. And I'm going to say, go ahead and make a Arcana check. Immediately, you recognize this as a significant source of arcane power. This appears to be a spell book.
Ah.
He says, I will not. This is dear to me. It is one of my earlier spell books, but it has 15 different spells in it. And they range from some you are probably able to cast now, into those you are far from powerful enough to understand yet. If you are able to obtain this Shield Guardian and return him to my villa here, this book is yours.
That Shield Guardian must be pretty valuable if you would part with such a one-of-a-kind item.
It is one of my own, and it is something that this Shield Guardian is of import to me. If I can have it obtained for myself, it is, I shall phrase it, money well spent, without costing me any actual money.
And that's the only way you would part with that spellbook, is if I were to somehow obtain the Shield Guardian and his matrix and return him here to you in the villa.
Yes, that is correct. But again, if you'd like, I can show you where, again, it would take a little work on the, to locate it on the map, I would, in the area, but I can show you on the map where it was found.
Yes, come on, the paper.
Show me. Quinn pulls out
The paper.
a rendition of a map of some paper that he's recalling.
So as you pull out, and let me jump over. I gotta find it here so I can mark it on your actual map on the other side. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Okay, perfect. So I'm not going to jump over there, but he puts a little mark on the map for you, showing you where they found the actual journal. Says this is where we located this is where the journal was found. If you can journey and find the 2 pieces and bring it here, the book is yours.
Well, sounds like a reasonable exchange.
And in order to perhaps motivate you a little bit, I will flip to one page and show you just one of the things that are in there beyond, again, for you to look forward to, not that you would have access to immediately. And Quen, I need you to roll me a, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Roll a d20.
Alright, y'all. Let's fingers crossed for a good one. Ah!
It's the best
Unreal.
Oh.
So
awful.
as he flips the book for a couple of moments,
Produce flame.
and he points out it, and it takes you a good probably 3 or 5 minutes to read it. This is, as he insinuated, a couple of pay grades above yours at the moment. He's pointing out a spell called Arcane Gate.
Oh.
As he
Arcane
watches
Gate.
your eyes pop open, immediately the book closes. So, as hopefully this has served to whet your appetite.
Wait, now I gotta look.
No, wait. I just want to. If I could just make a note in my own little notebook of this, I would be very appreciative.
No. He just sort of smiles at you a little bit. And he's like, I am a wizard myself, young one. I understand the process of trying to copy a scroll over. I think we have seen enough for the moment, but
Oh, I should surely like to try. Surely a master such as yourself would love to take on a new student and appreciates the noble act of sharing knowledge.
That was really obsequious. Ask about the paper.
he just sort of looks at you and says, and perhaps if you return with Vaughn, we can talk about an apprenticeship.
Nice.
Now, about my second question, if you knew anyone who could point us, who had a better idea of where the lost city would be.
Let's just see who is currently around in the city who may be able to help you out with this. He starts advises the guy, his guards, to just basically hang where they are for a couple of moments in the room with you, and he goes and takes off for a couple of minutes to go check and see who's around. And let's see here. This looking for my list of guides again. Okay, so let's see. Okay. Okay. So let's see. He says there is one that I know of that may consider helping, but she is difficult to find. She is difficult to convince to work with you. That is Iku.
Iku? Tell me more
Yes.
about her.
She is that's the best way to describe it. She is a middle-aged woman. She is seems to know her way around the jungle and fairly well. She has traveled into it many times and has always returned with no real problems.
And where should I find her, do you think?
If you are looking for Iku, you can find her. Where was she? Last I heard, she was in. There's an inn in the Red Bazaar. Of course, the DM is blanking on the name. It's the nice, calm, peaceful one.
Kaya's House of Repose?
There you go.
Exactly.
Yes, that's it. In the House of Repose. It's last location I heard from that she was in. But you can, worst case scenario, if you walk around the city and ask, most people in the city are familiar with the people offering their services as guides and can point you to where they are.
Wonderful. Well, Thank you so much, Sir Wakanga. I'm not sure if any of my other parties might be joining us, but I shall try and make contact with Lady Iku before she journeys into the jungle without us.
I wish you good fortune, and hopefully we will see you soon to return with Vaughn and its control matrix. So that
Yeah.
our little, he pats his chest where he put the book away. Our little prize can be yours.
Ah, yes. I look
In
forward
the
to it.
paper.
The paper? I seem to recall a paper. I don't remember. Can you look at this? This bit of parchment I have. I think that one of my colleagues and I had issues deciphering it.
As you hand it over to him, and he, I don't know which one you did. I want to hurt you for it.
What do we
my god. Whoever did it, you know what it is. I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm sorry, I can't. I have to show it to the viewers at home
Ooh.
because,
Fabio holding.
So, as he goes over it a little bit and takes a few moments, he says, well, it appears to be a cipher. Let me see. As
No, roll 21 bad on me. Probably because I did that.
Roll20 took its revenge on you.
Yes.
That's okay. Twitch just took a dive on me on my phone, so I don't know if anything's going on in chat either, as I just showed the
there
chat
you go.
Fabio. So as he takes a couple of moments and you hear him mumbling sort of under his mouth and moving his hand around. You recognize he's the spell he's casting is just detect magic. He looks at it. Well, it's not enchanted in any way. It seems to just be code. Unfortunately, without knowing the cipher, there's no way to know what it was saying. Where did you obtain this from? Did you get any information from wherever you found it?
I don't believe so. I think that my companions were really the ones who discovered it, and since I'm usually the one who's designated to look at shiny and magical things, as one of my companions would put it, it's left me stumped and would probably like to gain some insight. You said it was a cipher, so you mean like a puzzle?
Similar to a puzzle or a code. Think of it as a way to swap one thing for a letter. So it's like this first marking here, and he points at the first one on the page. This could be an A. The next one could be a B, and so on. But you would need the key to understand what it says.
Unless you're good at cryptograms like I am. Do you have that paper, Matthew?
I do not have one I can show you. I can
Oh, okay.
have one prepared for you for next time.
Okay. Just wondering.
And for if you don't remember where you got the sheet of paper, I'm assuming that's what you're referencing, Malik. This is from.
Oh no! I was talking about Fabio.
Oh, okay. Yes, it's, our Twitch chat is having a field day with that too. So as he looks at you, Genquan, and just says, "Yeah," said, "You would need to know more about the individual who you obtained it from."
He did.
I understand now. Thank you. I bid you good day, and don't get too attached to that spell book.
I would not dream of it. We shall see you when you return.
Okay, bye-bye.
What time is it right
Takes a little
now?
bow. At this point, it's probably still just about that same point. It's all of this has been happening pretty concurrently
Okay.
because of as we started looking at where you guys are heading, you're all going the same direction. So
Yeah. I was wondering if the coral would be better to sell in the Grand Sook, because I don't. Or did you put that in with the
no, the coral that specific location is literally designed for gems and things of that nature. They wouldn't have interest in something like that.
Okay, I don't even
that's-
know if they would be worth anything, but
Can always make your sales pitch.
okay. Do you want to go, Malik? Sell this
Let's do
coral? Okay. So
I
Malik and I
still
will
look
go.
hot.
Yeah, you still look very, very well esteemed. Look at those cheekbones.
Okay, so as you guys make your way into the Grand Souk, as you're heading back towards the inn, and decided you want to give it a shot to sell your coral. And how much coral do you have, Solana?
I've got 1 pink coral that's larger, 5 lime greenish corals, 3 orange greenish corals, and 4 bright grass green corals.
Okay. So as you start sort of poking around a little bit in the in there and passing around, you get a couple of people who start. A couple of merchants that look like they might be interested in something like that are dealing with primarily they buy stuff at a price here and then proceed to travel to other points along the Sword Coast to try to market it where it's not.
Yeah, it's from
as common.
Tazkaka, so it's very
So as you spend a little time and going over where you got it from and talking with a couple of different merchants, go ahead and make I'll say make an investigation check
okay.
and a persuasion check. You can make them both with advantage because you've got the tag team going on.
Okay. So, investigation first.
You also still have Bardic Inspiration for one of them if you need it.
Okay. Okay, that's good.
No.
And I'll use Bardic Inspiration for the.
You don't have to declare that till after you make the roll. So you can make the
Okay.
roll, and then
Okay.
if you're not happy with it, then you can roll the Bardic Inspiration die and add that to it.
Okay, so I'll do. You said persuasion?
Persuasion, yeah. Basically, investigation is to find somebody interested, and then persuasion is to try to talk them up and see how much you can get for it.
Okay.
So you're happy with that number?
Should we talk them up more? Okay, yes.
D8.
I'll use it. Is it a D6 now?
I think it's a D8, right?
To D8? Wow.
Should do-
Yeah.
So and how many pieces in total was it, Solana?
1, 2, 6, 13.
Oh, okay. So they look over and say, got a couple of larger pieces in there. They start mumbling and turns around and calls over to somebody in the back who comes over and looks a little bit. We can start mumbling a little bit to themselves. First one comes back over. 13 pieces. I think we can do well for this long sword course, so let's say 15 gold apiece. And then for that one that's a little larger, we'll give you 20.
What do you think, Malik?
How many were there again?
Total of 13, you said. So it'd be
Good.
15 gold each for 12, so that would be a roll.
215.
Yeah.
So that would be 180 gold for most of them, and then twice, so it would be 200 gold for the 13 pieces.
Yeah, that seems fair. So, I
More
can't
about Solana, you know more about fish rocks than I do. If that's
Oh,
fair to
yeah.
you, then like I'm in it.
I'll go along with it. That sounds pretty fair to me. Although
Okay.
someone did die while we collected these rocks, so, yeah. Well, anyway, 200 gold sounds fair.
Take all the coals, start putting it away, and hand you over another slightly smaller bag of coins this time.
Let's go into the Fabio of holding. Yeah, do you remember we were collecting, like, all
You
this
guys were
coral
collecting coral, and that's when the
then-
giant showed up and attacked.
So,
Gizzard jumped and fell. You cast Featherfall, and Artist just took boulder after boulder on the way down. Good memories.
Well, cool. That's like a grand total of like 815 today. I think we did a good
yeah,
job.
we did really well.
Now, as you guys all start making your way back together, you said you were meeting up at which inn?
I think we're going to the Thundering Lizard first tonight.
Yeah. Still Quinn's plan though.
And Quinn, are you planning on meeting up with the group at the Thundering Lizard as was originally discussed?
What time of day is it right now?
Give or take, probably about at this point, as you guys have all finished and start heading back, it's probably approaching dinner time, evening meal.
You know what? I'm gonna stay out a little longer. I'm going to head to Kaya's House of Repose, try and see if I can find Iku, and make a connection with her before I go back for the evening.
Okay. So as you start making your way, getting through the bibs and bobs, making the way back down to the Red Bazaar, and go ahead and do me a favor, make an investigation check for me, as you guys haven't been to the Gentle Repose as of yet.
I think I stayed there last time.
I think you guys were, if I remember, I think you were all in the same one, but if not, still gonna
We
get
all partied down at the
Yeah, I think
Thunderous
we had-
Lizard.
Disagreement with which one we should stay at, but I think we all ended up staying at the same one.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, it takes you a little while to find it, Quen, but you managed to do it without too much of a problem. You head in. It seems to be a very quiet atmosphere as you walk in. You can see there's a one individual behind the counter. As you walk in, your young lady looks up to you. Extremely straight hair, just above shoulder length. Very delicate facial features. As you walk in, and she looks up. Oh, hello. How can I help you?
Yes, good evening. I'm looking for someone going by the name of Iku.
Oh, yeah, she's here. She's typically here earlier in the day, though. She's not here this late in the afternoon. Is there
I
something
see.
I can help you out with? Is there anything I can help you out with?
Yes, as a matter of fact. If you could give a message to her when you see her, please.
Oh, but of course, it's...
I'm just making a note here. Anyways, it just says that she has an interested group of adventurers that would like to meet her for hiring to journey into the jungle. And if she could meet the adventurer known as Quen, that's me, that's my name, tomorrow morning at the earliest at the Thundering Lizard.
I will pass the information along once I see her tomorrow.
Thank you
And
very
see if
much.
she will. I cannot guarantee she will deign to meet with someone, but I will make sure she hears of it.
Well, yes. Let me see. Let me think. Maybe I could include somewhere on the note that says that we're looking to put an end to something. I don't know. No, just take the note as is. And hopefully she'll meet with me tomorrow. Thank you very much.
It is our pleasure. Are you in need of a room?
No, I think my other party members have already made reservations for us at the Thundering Lizard. This is why I asked if she could meet us there tomorrow. But perhaps I could make an appointment with you if we could stay tomorrow evening, perhaps? We're a group of about four adventurers. 5, 6, 6. 6. Yes, 6.
6. We could put up 6 of you tomorrow.
Thank you
And-
very much.
Okay, I assume we will settle the bill tomorrow then, when you arrive.
Yes. Thank you very much. And please don't forget to give my note to Iku whenever you see her next.
As soon as I see her.
Thank you so much. And then I give a bow and then flourish out of the door, heading towards the Thundering Lizard.
Okay. As you make your way back, it's only a short trip to get back to that location. It's not all that far from the repose. As you, while this is going on, what would the rest of you be doing as you've made it back to the inn, and it is Solana and Melik and Devaney, the three of you have arrived together as Quen is not yet back, as Quen's heading off to have another conversation.
Order a celebratory cocktail for all of us.
Yes.
I'm just looking forward to some decent dinner. Not saying your
Decent
cooking is anything bad, Solana, but it's just not in the jungle.
Just like some cool, we haven't had like Chinese in a while, so like just something different.
Okay.
A bit. I love you guys, but there's new faces, new friends to make.
Okay.
And Melik, maybe later, after the evening has worn on a bit, you could do something about her rubes.
Forgot. Absolutely. I'll get right on that.
As this is being said, you definitely hear in the background the bartender just sort of like, that'll work. He seems to be definitely down for that option
I'll use-
now.
Good fiddle.
Mm.
We'll use that one.
Not the evil one?
So, Solana, you said you were getting celebratory drinks for everyone?
Yes. Not
Anything
everyone in
in-
the bar. Just
No, I'm assuming you mean literally your own party.
yes.
Anything in specific you're ordering them, or?
Just nice cocktails.
Get me a mojito.
Okay, let's see here.
Okay, Malik wants a mojito. Devaney, what do you want?
I'm not really a cocktail person. Just an
I'll have a tonic water, and I'll have a champagne spritzer.
Okay, so let's see here. So if you're barking these off, let me see. I know it's in here somewhere. I just cannot remember the
Is
name
Quen
of it.
too young to drink?
Quinn's
Fine.
not here yet.
probably.
Okay, Quen's free.
Yeah, Quen's not there. They wouldn't know that if you ordered the drink. Just saying. Okay, let's see here.
Sangria, but maybe something else for Quinn.
know
We've had a
there
lot
is-
of sangria on this trip.
Quen
I
does
know.
drink a lot. I forget that he's like 12
Oh my
in
god.
elven years.
You people are evil.
An Elven
Okay.
12.
Let's see here. Okay, so as you start ordering all these weird beverages, so he says, "Well, we have this standard ale. We have Tej, which is the normal drink. It's what most of us tend to drink around here. Then, if you're interested, we also have the house special, but takes a certain sort of person to appreciate that beverage.
Why?
It's not everyone has the proper stomach for it.
Oh, not for me.
Why?
Or do you want it, Relic?
I mean, I am intrigued, absolutely. Competitive partier. So yeah, I'm interested.
Okay, one for Malik.
Okay.
Tonic water still for Devonay. And I will have your
Tej?
Yeah, your Tej.
I will have a
Okay.
Tej as well.
Okay. Devonay will have a Tej.
Okay. Melik, go ahead and roll me a D100.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh, indeed.
Ready with like a Constitution save.
This will be interesting.
Yes. Oh no, he giggled.
Okay. So as bartender comes over, puts the two Tej down on the table for you. For you, Melik, he walks over and sets down a for ourselves here, sets down a rather large mug that is pitch black at the bottom of it,
Gross.
but gold at the top.
Ooh.
All right.
Basically, it looks like a black and tan. As he's looking at, does the math out real quick and says, "Okay, well, that's 2 Tej. Okay, that's the dwarven hammer. Okay, that'll be 23 copper pieces for the lot."
Gotcha. And
I've done enough haggling today.
I give the person 25.
Okay. Takes it, puts the coins away and says, "Well, enjoy yourself."
Thank you. You too.
Is it good?
So you're down the hatch?
Well, I mean, Tinder, like, I've never had one of these. Should I, like, sip it, mix it? Is there, like, do I just, like knock it back?
As he starts to walk away, seems to just as you're looking at it, he sort of chuckles a little bit and he makes the motion to you like,
3, 2, 1, let's do this.
so as goes straight down the hatch. Immediately you get this strong taste of bitter ales, dark rum, and coffee.
Ooh.
As
That doesn't sound awful.
it's going down, and you get this strange sort of tickling on your face.
Out my face.
And as and no, actually, I should say before, and let me redact it just a little bit, because I'm drawing a hideous blank and I shouldn't be. Is Melik male or female?
He's a boy.
Your face is itching, and after about 30 seconds, you have a wonderful inch-length growth of a full facial beard.
Oh,
Ew, get it off! This is not
Are you
a
still
thing.
a fancy
No.
gentleman? No, you're not a still fancy gentleman. So.
Lumberjack chic?
Is
Uh,
Quen there?
As this is happening, as Melik is having this reaction, Quen, you are now walking in the front door.
I say, ew, what's on your face?
I don't know. I hate it.
Ew, get it off.
I'm trying. I can't. It's
Here,
hammer
hold
face.
still. I
No.
grab bookmark and I say hold still. And I attempt to give Melik the closest shave this side of Chult.
I think we can find a barber. Why don't we find a barber? Barber?
No, there's magic here. I can smell it.
Barber.
As you pull out bookmark, it has sort of leaned Melik's head over and starting to bring that. All of a sudden, the bartender goes, "No, no, 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 no! Relax. It wears off after an hour."
Okay.
Oh, thank God.
I kind of want one.
Ugh.
I
You
want.
know, Solana, I'm not one to judge, but that's gross.
No, not a beard. I want a drink and to see what happens. Devaney, do you want one?
During this, Devonay's just sort of leaned back in her chair, enjoying her tej, and just has this big, huge grin on her face, and laughing quietly to herself. No thanks, Lana, I'm good.
Wait, beard party.
Quen, do you want one?
No, thanks. Not a fan of the facial hair either.
Well, I don't know if it's all. I asked the bartender, is it always facial hair?
It is when the men drink it.
Ooh,
Women
I'm
have
a
slightly
lady.
different and women have a slightly different reaction to it.
Oh. Oh.
A slightly different reaction.
Oh.
I have this disgusting carpet rug on my face, and now we're gonna find out what happens to you.
Okay. That's
There's really 20 copper on the table, and ask for another one of whatever that was.
He takes it,
Take
goes
that
over
money.
and makes up another one, brings it over, and sets it down in front of the two of you.
well. We had a good day today, so down the hatch it goes.
Solana, how long is Solana's hair?
About this long, like. pretty long.
As you both watch as Solana, your head is getting heavy.
Oh.
The volume of your hair, it is just lengthening. It is now almost knee length, and it is just a massive volume of picture Dark Helmet style, just massive
Turns into
helmet of
Cousin It.
hair now on your head. It's Dark Helmet with, Cousin It length, knee length hair.
Yeah.
It's
Okay, ow! I think you got light out of this one because you have a beard. I have a neck ache now.
Makes me really happy. Bummed about my beard, but you made me happy with how much that you're suffering right now. So, feel good about that.
I don't feel good about suffering for your enjoyment.
Well,
Yeah,
we're waiting
so-
for that to wear off. Would you guys mind telling us each other how you did?
We got 800
What's the
gold.
goal?
Really? Wow, that's
It's gonna-
impressive.
Fabio of holding.
Oh, wait a second. I cast Alter Self.
Yes. Oh. On me?
So I look like on me. I just go back to not having a beard.
It's on me. My head hurts.
Quen, how did you do?
How did I do? Well, I
Yeah.
met up with Wakangu, or whatever his name is. He waved a fancy book in my face and told me that I could have it if I brought him some stuff that is related to a weird journal. And I also asked him if he knew anyone around who maybe had a better idea of where the Lost City is, and he gave me a contact name. I investigated where she usually hangs out and left a note for her to come talk to me tomorrow morning. And also I asked him about the weird piece of paper here, and he said it's a cipher. So that's
Ooh.
some sort of a code. So
Lana
we
loves ciphers.
probably figure it out if we work together.
So
Okay.
tell me more about this fancy book and this stuff that he wants you to go on to find.
Well, the fancy book is a spell book of his own making. He teased me with a high-level spell called Arcane Gate, which, if I remember correctly from just thumbing through books that I've read before, it's a kind of a teleportation spell where I can create 2 gates
Ooh.
where I can see them, and then we can travel fairly long distances. I think about up to 500 feet away from where we
Wow.
are.
Can I ask a mechanics question? Is Quen like a wizard where he needs arcane books to learn spells? Like he needs a wizard's book? Or is it like, because I know you're a hexblade, right?
I'm a spell singer, so that's
Oh,
a subclass of wizard.
Okay.
But wizards do learn spells by investigating and like
Putting
learning
in your
them.
book. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like wizards can spend time like looking at like another spell book and
Mhm.
copy like those spells into
Or
my own
scrolls
spell
or stuff.
book. Or
Okay.
some scrolls too. Some scrolls are unintelligible, and some scrolls you can copy from.
Okay. Sorry about
Yeah.
that. Okay, thank you.
No worries.
So what did he want you to do to get this spell book?
Well, he made this mark on my map here and said that the journal that he is referencing was found here, and the journal mentions some kind of a guardian with a command item that we can use to command him, and he said to bring both to his villa there in exchange for his fancy spellbook of his own making, which makes me curious because spellbooks are rather valuable to wizards.
Yeah.
And I think if he is willing to part with this one, that must mean he must have either a stronger one at his disposal, or that guardian really is something that's worth a whole spellbook.
We should keep the
Did
guardian.
he say anything else about what was in the spell book?
He was kind of a tease about it, honestly.
I mean, like, was there like 4 spells and they were just, or was there like all the spells he's ever known? Or
There were 15 spells written in the book, he said.
well, that's not too bad.
It's not too
Yeah.
bad, but there's no guarantee that there'll be spells that I don't already know.
True
That's a
enough.
shame.
All right. And this guy, did he think that she was any good, or he? I'm not sure. You didn't tell me their name.
So, what Kongu said that this guide, whose name is Iku, she's an old lady, and she has journeyed into the jungle many, many times and has come back without issue. So, I think that someone with that amount of wisdom might know a thing or two about where to locate some hidden
So,
things.
does she know where the city is?
I don't think he gave me a solid answer of a yes or a no, but he
Because-
seemed really confident in her abilities.
I don't think we need a guide unless they know exactly where the city is.
Well,
That's the whole point of getting another guide.
right.
So if she
Well,
doesn't,
I will
then-
interview the guide when I meet with her tomorrow morning, hopefully.
Where are you meeting?
I left a note saying to meet me here at the Thundering Lizard. But if we don't meet her here tomorrow, then we're staying at Kaya's house to repose tomorrow. Surprise, I already booked us there. Sorry about it. And
Nice.
Nope, that was
Well,
the
that
plan.
might cost us money we don't need to spend.
well, I think we also
Get us
said
in
that
for
we're
free
going to
anyway.
stay there anyways, right?
I need a bath. In a bathtub. You guys wanted real food? I want a bath in a bathtub.
Yeah, that would be nice, Lana. I agree there.
That sounds fair. But either way, I'm planning on meeting with her and vetting her.
Great. Let me know. I would like to meet her as well.
All right.
Meeting her,
Oh.
betting her, or vetting her?
Vetting.
I heard betting too, so it's not just you.
Same.
Okay. It's the old years.
Those old elf ears.
Yeah, that are like 20 years older than you.
Well, on my part, I went over to the what is it called? Dockmaster.
Bookhouse.
Yeah, boathouse and
Harbor Master.
harbor master. That guy. And I asked him whether we needed to pay anything to harbor our canoe, and he told me no because of where we were parked. He offered me a job to go find some pirates, which
You know where they are!
What do you mean pirates?
You know where the pirates are!
We know where we know mention of pirates, but we don't know. He named 3 names of ships that he would like brought into port, and he would pay a bounty for them. But I did not
we
say
know where
whether.
some pirates are.
I did not say whether we were actually going to do it or not. But it seemed just like, if you come across these pirates, we'll give you money for them. Sort of.
Nice.
How much was the money?
He said 2,000 gold. Extra if the captains are alive.
We
Wait,
should
how much
do that.
extra?
He didn't say.
Yeah, I did 500.
500? Okay, I
Yep.
missed that part.
Sorry.
Do
We
it.
should, get money to buy stuff, because we like stuff that's shiny. I like stuff that's shiny. Shiny.
It would be, I think, remembering the map, it would be out of our way to go after where we heard pirates were, but
It's south.
I'm not.
As you guys are
Everything's
sitting around
south from
looking,
Port Nyanza.
I'm going to, MG, if you can, shift us back over to the
Oh,
map
okay.
from I was over, and you'll see
It's
there's a
over
new
here.
red mark that Wakanga has put on the map
Oh.
showing where he believes that where that journal was located.
Is that where the X's are?
So the
Okay,
red
the
X
red
that's
X.
up here.
Uh-huh. And that's where he believed the journal was found?
Well, that's where the journal was located.
Okay.
And this orange X down there?
That's
That's where the
Lost City.
whatchamacallit,
Tomb
that's
of
the rough
Annihilation.
area where they said the hidden city was that you've been seeking.
Gotcha.
And then the person you took the cipher off of mentioned that there were pirates holding people in Jahaka Bay, which is over here.
Oops, I didn't mean to do pink. Sorry.
And you also ran into, in your journeys, you had the Arakakra that you freed, which is over in Kursabal over here.
Oh yeah, I want to go visit him. Curse the ball. I'm gonna write that down.
Person.
They have a lot of decisions to make.
Wow.
But
I
first,
think it's
shopping.
worth checking. Yes, shopping is important. I think it's worth checking out that where this journal was discovered. See if there's any.
Yeah, that seems pretty close.
The only
With
problem
it because it's very
is
close.
the reward for that only benefits one person in our group.
Yeah, but maybe he'll offer us some more stuff, or we could keep that guardian thing, and it could be a guardian thing forever.
Well, yes, but
Might
we have no idea what it actually is.
Is it
True.
like a meta question? Is it actually only wizards that can copy stuff out of a book?
Short of having a feat, yes.
Oh, you could
Yeah,
get a feat at
I
level
think
8
that,
though.
wizards can create spell scrolls, but it takes like time and resources to make them.
And then they're only one use, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even with that, a wizard makes a spell scroll. The spell has to be on the other class's spell list for them to even be able to read it.
Yeah.
Go over there for a minute. Just 1 minute.
Okay. I mean, Devin, I think you have a point that there's not a lot of benefit for the entire party. It's not valuable to boost up members individually either.
But it's right there!
Well, that's farther than you would think. And we've already explored lots of that area. There's nothing really else to do there.
Can we go to Curse the Ball and go see our friend?
It's an option. I don't really see the point either, as
Solana never
Sure.
gets to make decisions on where we go. Solana's gonna take the boat one day, make a survival check, and just take us off where she wants to go.
Solana, we went to the Coral for you.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying, if we're gonna go by benefit, just saying hi to somebody we rescued isn't really
They said that
worth
we'd
it.
be, like, lauded as heroes. Or something. I might have made that up in my head.
Well, we might be, but I don't need
Benefit.
anybody to tell me that.
If we are going by benefit, Devin, like, they didn't give you any information on like how to start even looking for these pirates?
They just said we are looking for them and we want them returned.
Kind of like accomplishing these quests or errands or however you want to say it, like provide opportunity for information gathering?
Yeah.
I mean, we could go snoop around and see who knows about the pirates and
Look
who
for the
might have
peg
seen them
legs.
leave and what direction they went to make sure they went to Jakarta Bay.
Will you stop? Stop it. Stop it.
Well, at least for right now, like for tonight, I think we have a lot of cool opportunities. I think we have some more following up to do tomorrow. Possibly more opportunities to find.
Stop it.
On the point of buying things, we have some money. Is there anything anybody really needs to buy, like armor, weapons? I know we need
I want
more
to get a couple things, but that's
Bug.
until tomorrow.
bug dope. But I'm thinking if we're going to use what's in the bag of holding, everybody needs to know before somebody buys something with
I
it.
was gonna get some studded leather, maybe, and a wood carver's kit.
Huh. I could see if I could find a better studded leather armor.
Bless you.
I
Yeah, I
would
think-
like to. Oh, go ahead.
No, you first.
I would like to take adamantine ingots and see what it would cost to get them made into some
Oh, and made into some nice armor.
armor, even a weapon. I could do an upgrade on my armor myself.
As the squishiest one by far in the party, I would love something better.
Right. So
Armor's definitely on the list. I'm hankering for a better hand crossbow, if that even like exists. Around then. I'll probably
might
just
have
go
to
around
look
trying
at-
to find
better bolts.
bolts then. Yeah, so I'm not really a weapons guy, but thank you.
Devon is like bedecked in weapons. So perhaps after we meet with this Eku person, we could go out shopping. Yes, no, maybe so.
Yes, absolutely. And I actually really want to find somebody who's actually like good at ciphers. Like apparently this thing is I want to crack this puzzle so bad. It's not magic, it's not anything. I just need somebody who's good at math.
Well, here, let's figure it out together, Melik. Let's see if we can crack this code.
Malik, there's also the rooms, because sometime tonight I would like to sleep.
Guys, do the math. I'm gonna go talk to the bartender and set up my usual contract, which is to play music instead of paying for things.
Can't hear you.
Thank you. It's just like Fridays. As Melik disappears for not even 3 minutes later, you guys hear the background. Noise gets a little more raucous at points as people start getting into it. It's been the better part of a month since they've heard this fiddle player return. So you guys continue through. All right, Devaney, are you working with Quen and again poking around with this cipher, or?
Yeah, I can help out.
Okay. Quen, go ahead and make an intelligence check with advantage. Okay. As you're going through it on, even with that, you're poking through, something is still eluding you to it. I think it may just be that it's been a long day. If you try again in the morning, you may have a little better luck. You're not something, even with the two of you going back and forth, something seems to just be missing a little bit. While Melik is busy playing, though, I want both of you to go ahead and make a perception check for me. And Melik, if you want to make one as well, you can make it at disadvantage as you're in the middle of performing. Oh, damn, nice roll. So all three of you notice Solana has wandered off. I'm just going to pull up her sheet real quick and make one for her so we see if she notices as well for when she returns. Oh, she's back now, so I will actually have her. Solana, do me a favor, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Oh no. Okay. Where it's my sheet.
So, and as you guys are starting to wrap things up, get ready to head in, turn in for the evening. Actually, unfortunately, Solana's the only one who doesn't notice it. Melik, Devaney, and Quen, you all notice a rather heavily robed individual come up towards the little stage where you're playing, Melik. Flip a coin onto the stage on the ground in front of you, and then just walk out the door.
Can I investigate that coin?
Patronage.
If you'd like to. I mean, it's
I would-
literally this individual flipped it right on the ground in front of Melik.
I would like to lean over, take a look at it.
Huh?
Okay.
What's with the coin?
And this is what you see.
Okay.
Oh, it's ominous.
E-I-E-I-E-I. It's a triceratops. Okay.
I will look at it and I will pick it up
Okay, it's
and
Fine.
pocket it.
somewhat
Hear anything?
somewhat heavy. Feels like a slightly heavier coin. As those of you notice, Devaney reaches up, picks up the coin, looks at it, slips it into a pocket, and that's where we'll call an end to tonight's session.
Ooh.
with our
Mystery arts
strange
patron.
mystery coin being tossed at Melek's performance. But they want to say thank you to those who have hung out with us for this evening. We will be back again next Monday. Don't forget to join in on Friday nights. We have our Storm King's Thunder. We are on episode 30-something or other this week. I should know. 32, 33, 39.
33?
33, I think. So make sure to tune in for that. And don't forget a special one-shot on May 4th being hosted by Christy Mysticwater. But before we disappear for this evening, there is something else to be dealt with, which is the Nat 20 for tonight's episode.
Ooh!
So there's and viewers, feel free to chime in as well. Who do we want to give the Nat 20 to for this week?
I like Melek for coming in as the snooty gentleman and said, "Ooh, I'll pay 750 for that."
I have to agree. That was amazing.
That was pretty fun.
Yeah, I definitely have to vote Melek for conning people out of money.
Yes.
What?
Okay, looks like we've got a unanimous vote from our players. So that's Nat 20 is going
For
to
shopping
Melek for
tomorrow.
next week.
That'll be great for shopping later, you're right.
Oh, mother frogger. So yes,
Stephanie,
between-
did you show anyone else the coin, or
No, I looked at it, I picked it up, and I put it in my pocket.
why are you so secretive with stuff?
So
Stuff might be dangerous.
while Solana did not notice that, both Melek and Quen did witness that, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
So keep in mind, while Solana was a little distracted, head full of hair,
Yes.
which is,
And I didn't try to stealth it either. It was
Okay.
it's just
Just
something
stole
that's
my money.
yeah. It's the bar is a little hectic. It's not like this happened in the Repose where it's 3 people in there. You're in the Thundering Lizard. This is Friday night college keg party. But yeah, even Digitio agrees the Dapper Drow led to some good hijinks. So well, with that, thank you very much, everyone. We'll call an end to this evening's session, and we will see you all next week.
And
Don't forget, when you're dressing up as a Dapper Drow, you can always add your proficiency bonus. Everyone have a good night.
good night.
Bye.
good night.